Great. So we're going to move to learn a little bit more about Mongolian context. And with that, we're going to invite Dr. Gantuya Ganbat to speak. But first, I'll just mention, Dr. Ganbat, you're a member of the EANET Scientific Advisory Committee and have been actively involved with the network. You have also participated in drafting the report that we've been discussing that was introduced earlier. So we wanted to hear a little bit more from you about how do you interpret the scientific information that's been synthesized there from the EANET monitoring data that's in the reports, but also, concerning the Mongolian context. Could you share a little bit more about that as well? Over to you, Dr. Ganbat.
Okay, thank you for the question. Actually, the Mongolia has been actively participating in the activities of the EANET since it's the first expert meeting in mid-1990s and its establishment in 2001. Since one of the major activities in the EANET is reporting and to create a common understanding of the state of the acid deposition problems in East Asia. The periodic reports were regularly published every 4 to 5 years, as we already know, and also highlighted several times on today's the awareness at the workshop. Actually, in Mongolia, we have two acid deposition monitoring at the sites. One is the urban Ulaanbaatar and the rural Tiril sites, and the two ecological monitoring sites in the aquatic and the soil forest sites. So these are located in Mongolia and the EANET framework. And the data from these the sites are used in the recent report, PERSAT 4. So in terms of the pollutant concentration, the analysis of the air pollutant is nicely described in the last report, and particularly in the chapter for the comparisons of the pollutant concentrations, such as SO2, NO2, PM2.5, PM10, and etc. So the comparisons are nicely introduced, and the concentrations are relatively larger compared to the other monitoring sites of EANET. For example, Ulaanbaatar, the urban site, has high SO2. Its average is 9.1 ppb, which is the highest in the whole EANET, the monitoring sites. While Tiril, the rural site, has only 0.3 ppb. So this kind of the significant difference of the concentration shows the influence of urban activities, such as the heating. During the same period, the China showed the significant improvement in SO2 concentration. Now the average concentration is similar to the Korea and the Russia, and at the same time, the Japan showed the relatively low SO2 concentration during the reported period. And also, as mentioned, the other pollutants like NOx, PM2.5, and the PM10 are still relatively higher among EANET countries. And this is related to the local coal combustion in winter and the dust events, particularly for coarse particulate matters. So in short, how we synthesize the information in the report concerning Mongolia is actually we need more attention to PM and the sulfur, the problems, and the accurate measures to be are necessary to be implemented. And finally, I think the report is useful to achieve the clean air in many levels in our East Asian region. Thank you.